Imagine something you really want. And I want you to imagine that you already have that thing that you want. What is it that you see? What is it that you can hear? What is it that you can touch? And most of all, how do you feel? When you go from wanting something to having it, I'm sure you've noticed that there's a difference between that striving, desiring, maybe pushing and shoving energy to actually being in the relaxing of the energy of having. And this is why relaxation is key. Because to have a thing, you get to be on the vibration of that thing. So when we are in stress, doubt, worry, we are in resistance instead of receiving. We are actually disconnecting ourselves from that which we want to have. And worry is the opposite of wonder and gratitude, which is what you would feel when you have that big wow goal that you may have at the moment. And so, I am telling you this not because I am some person who is super duper relaxed all the time, easy breezy. I have been known to be intense, and it's my nature to be quite urgent, let's just say it, impatient. However, I have learned through experience that when I truly desire something, me being able to hold the vision of that which I desire and be in the faith and the having of it is where the magic happens. Because if I step into impatience, or if I step into worry, down to anxiety and rushing, then I am admitting the absence of that which I want. Now, yes, relaxing is fabulous. Yes, relaxing is magical. Yes, when we relax, we can think clearer. We can respond more lovingly. It's better for our physical bodies. We don't have all the cortisol and, going through our veins, insulin levels being super high. All of that is not there. So we're physically healthier. So if it's so fantastic, what's in the way of relaxing? You might be asking yourself. And there are 3 things I'm going to tell you. 3 things you want to watch out for. And if any of these resonate, I want you to share in the comments. So the first thing that you want to look out for when it comes to what is really keeping you from relaxing is approaching life with this subconscious belief that life is happening by me. It's all on my shoulders. If I don't do it, nobody will. And when we really believe that at some level, it simply means that we can't really relax, because when we relax, everything falls apart. If that resonates, you know I'm talking to you. The second thing that's keeping us from relaxing is this need to be perfect. I used to pride myself, calling myself a perfectionist. I thought it was a great thing. And what that means is that if things did not happen exactly as I envisioned in my mind, then there was a disaster. It needed to be just so it could be right. So first of all, I have grown up. And if you're like me, you know I'm talking to you. If you really look into it, it may be done differently, but that does not mean that it does not work. And so sometimes it's just about understanding, even if a thing is not done as you have envisaged, does it still function? Or is there a learning opportunity there for someone in your team, maybe someone more junior, or just somebody different who may not have that same gift as you have? And so if you are a perfectionist, basically saying that if it's not done perfectly, then I am a failure, then there is something wrong with me, then you will find it very difficult for things not to be done just so. Because for you, that imperfection is a reflection on your ability to be perceived as being enough and to be loved. The third barrier or thing that may challenge relaxation being easy for you is really this idea that it's important to hustle for worthiness. So you believe that worth needs to be earned. And so instead of just showing up already worthy, you feel you need to overstretch and do extra things and overcompensate in order to actually be perceived as worthy. And everyone wants to feel worthy because everyone wants to feel loved. And so if you are under this limiting belief, then relaxation is almost like getting in the way of one of the most important things for humans: love, recognition, and connection. There was a time that I truly believed that everything was on my shoulders. At some level, I didn't trust that others will show up in excellence. And being a prideful perfectionist, excellence was so key for me that I had to be there, watch everything, hyper vigilant, couldn't just relax and say, I'll show up and others will show up as well. And if I look back now, it wasn't excellence I was pursuing. What I was pursuing was a desire to be recognized and a desire to feel worthy. However, I was hinging my self-worth on my results, but even further than that, on the perception or the praise that others would have of my results. The exhaustion of it. Because others are they're never happy. They may be happy one day, not happy one day. So nobody can be happy enough or contented enough to fill your worthiness cup. And the reason I share these three things, so believing that life is happening by you, the perfectionism, let's just say, issue, and this idea of hustling for worthiness, is because when people just say, oh, relax, take a chill pill, I get it, that it's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as that because in your mind and in your body, this is a life and death situation. Although obviously it's not a rational thought process. And so my invitation is this. First of all, to understand that the rewards of relaxing are numerous. When you learn how to relax, you can think more clearly and respond in a wiser, more loving, more expansive manner. Because when you're in that stress mode, it's tunnel vision and there are many things that you may be missing. The second thing is that continuously high levels of stress lead to high levels of cortisol, which lead to insulin resistance, which lead to you putting on weight. And that is just one of the issues that your body is faced with when it constantly feels like it's being chased by a tiger. When we're also constantly stressed, it's almost as if you're bracing yourself to be attacked by life. There is something there that indicates that you don't actually trust that you are living in a benevolent, kind, and loving universe. There's a part of you that believes that something is out there and it's going to get you. And that part of you that does not feel enough is probably the part that says, I'm not good enough, so who knows what may happen, right? I may not be protected. I'm not loved enough. I'm not one of those that will be lucky. So I have to look out for myself. I have to brace myself for impact. And in that bracing yourself for impact, you're cringed up, you're closed, you're suspicious. You're not open to receiving abundantly love, joy, opportunities, pleasure, delight, all of those things. Even if they come towards you, you are closed off. So it's extremely important that if you truly want to be one of those people who not only desires and intends, but also embodies and receives the big goals that you have, relaxation, or the art of relaxation, is a rite of passage. The ability to hold that big, phenomenal goal, which may seem so far away. You may have no idea how to get it. It may even seem that everything is getting in the way. And to still hold that vision in the energy of having instead of in the energy of stressing. One tip is to learn how to use your breath. Because breath is something that you can actually control if you wanted to. And learning to breathe in and out intentionally, elongating the exhalations, is a beautiful way of telling your parasympathetic nervous system all is well. Another tip is grounding yourself. So as much as possible, going outdoors, and whether you have a lawn or you live by the beach, or you can even go into the sea and have your feet touching the ground or the water, this allows you to ground yourself and just releases stress and tension from your body. And another way of relaxing is simply reminding yourself, I am safe. I am safe. Because in the end, stress is a signal of fear. You're stressed because there is a fear that something may not happen, if that's what you want, or something may happen that you don't want. If all is well, where's the stress coming from? So, 3 tips. Use your breath. Second, ground yourself daily if possible. And third, repeat to yourself, silently or out loud, I am safe. I want to know what resonated for you. When you truly leverage the power of relaxing, then so much more can come into your life with ease. When you leverage the power of relaxing, then you can be sure that you stop repelling the blessings that are already lined up for you. And when you leverage the power of relaxing, just watch what happens to your relationships. Just watch what happens to your health. Just what happens to your spirituality. It is truly a marvelous tool for anyone who truly wants to live a beautiful, fulfilled, and joyous life. Let me know what resonated. Love and light.